Hey, everybody, I want to share with you how to develop a flip hunt. It's a digital scavenger hunt which uses the power of Flipgrid and another tool like maybe Google Docs, Google Slides, etc. So the school of thought is that it is a digital scavenger hunt that you can have students do at home or in the classroom or wherever. So as you can see, this is an example of one that I put together for a grad class that I taught. And you can see that it has tasks. So that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you do. Have a clear goal. The goal for this one was all about how to show their knowledge of universal design for learning. Then build tasks surrounding that goal. So as you can see, they're going to go in this order. Now, as they complete each task, they're going to hit the pause button and do the other task until they're completely done. All right, so that's one way. Now, another way that you could potentially design a flip hunt is making it more of a game, using a gamified approach. So as you can see right here, I took some of those same tasks and I assigned a point value for them. So students could then go through and they can choose any one of these tasks to complete, and they have to score 12 points. So if they want to choose three pointers, one 2-pointer, and one 1-pointer, that's fine. However they want to do that, but it allows them to record things on Flipgrid. So how would I set this up? Well, first of all, I would go into my account and I would log in, okay? So you wanna set up, if you're not familiar with setting up a topic, you're gonna go ahead and create a topic, and I'm just gonna call this a flip hunt, okay? So then the next thing that you would do is wanna have some type of prompts talking about your flip hunt. So for this example right here, I could have this. I'm gonna actually do this point value one. And I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste. Now, some helpful things that you could potentially do to make this easier for students is you could record a video of yourself completing a flip hunt. You could create a screencast like you see here and attach it by uploading your own video, or you could just record your own video here. What I like to do is I like to add maybe a funny image that I upload or even an animated GIF. Now, here comes the next component that's really important. You want to make sure that you give your students enough time so that they can create their flip hunt, but you don't want it to be astronomically long because you don't want to go through like 10 minutes worth of content just to get what they have. So I'm going to just use 5 minutes, and then right down here, I'm going to go to more options, okay? So when I go to more options, now I'm going to put my task list in here in Flipgrid. So one thing that you want to make sure that you do is if you're using Google, say a Google Doc, you could use slides, sheets, drawings, whatever. You want to go up here to the top right-hand corner and share, and make sure that anyone with the link can view. So make sure that you change that so that anyone with the link can view. I'm just going to copy that. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a link. So I'm going to go ahead and add that link. I'm going to give it a title, and I'll call it instructions. And voila, now I'm ready to roll. I can go ahead and create my topic. So what is this going to look like? Well, let's take a look. So I have this Flipgrid that I'm going to share with my students. It's a scavenger hunt. I might want to clean up the directions a little bit better to make it look more appealing, but essentially you see how it is right here. So I'm going to go ahead, as a student, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to complete the different tasks. So students would go through, they would click on record a response, and they would join with either their Google account or their Microsoft account. I'm going to just jump in right here. And so in this particular example, I'm going to find something. So for example, it says, let's see here, use the drawing tools to draw a picture of what universal design for learning means to you. So I can go in here in Flipgrid. I can go into effects. So you might want to teach your students to go into effects, maybe use the board right here, and I'm going to record. Okay, so the term Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, means to me it's like an open door. So here's the door, and it is open. And it really makes me extremely happy because it's accessible to all people. So then what I would do is I would hit pause, okay? So that I can then clear off my board. Maybe I go right over here, I get rid of this board, and I do something else. I do another task. So I'm gonna go on my device right here. So I've already scored 2 points. So I have 10 more to go. So now I have to think about which task I'm going to complete next. When I click on that next task, I'm going to go ahead and hit record and then pause. So once again, flip hunts can take a variety of different formats. I mean, right here you have the point values. It could be even a list of different tasks as well. But the idea is to get kids moving, doing a digital scavenger hunt, and keeping them accountable through the power of Flipgrid. If you would like to see more flip hunts in action, there's a ton of them on Flipgrid. All you have to do is simply go to Flipgrid, its website. And when you go to Flipgrid's website, there's actually a section on there that you can then go to Discovery. And if you go to Discovery right here, just simply type in flip hunts. And when you type in flip hunt, you're going to see all sorts of different flip hunts, and you can even search by subject area. So hope that helps, especially if you're in a remote learning situation or a hybrid or even face-to-face. These are great strategies for helping our students stay engaged in a challenging time.